Well, the liver as an organ does a lot of things. It's the master, probably one of the master organs you can't live without. So one of its main jobs is to receive the blood from the intestines with all the nitrogen, protein, stuff that's been absorbed from the gut, along with maybe bacteria and other things, and to filter and clean that blood. It's like a filter, and then return clean blood to circulation. So basically, all blood flowing into the mesenteric veins goes into the vena cava and then into the liver, where it's cleansed by the cells of the liver.
What about livers, buddy?
Oh, what?
About livers.
What do you want to know?
Well, what do you know?
I can tell you that they are a very vital organ.
Yeah?
And, wow, I'm being put on the spot.
The other thing the liver does is it produces a protein called albumin that helps to maintain the hydrostatic pressure in the vessels so that the fluid stays in the vessels. When the albumin gets too low, the fluid can't stay in the vessels and it starts seeping out into your abdomen, into your chest, into your tissues because it can't stay in there.
Tell me something. What do you know about livers?
Nothing.
Nothing? You don't know a thing about liver?
No, sir.
You don't know what livers do or anything like that?
If you drink too much alcohol, they can stop working.
It also produces glucose, so it takes carbohydrates and produces glucose for your blood. Let's see what else does it do? It produces bile. So bile is an emulsifier. So basically bile is there to help emulsify the fat that you eat. So when you eat a fatty meal, when that fatty meal is discharged into the small intestine, that sends a message to the gallbladder to excrete bile to emulsify the fat so that you can be properly digested. It produces cholesterol, which helps to move fat from one place to another in the body. Produces vitamin K and many of the clotting factors, so that if the liver's not functioning properly, many times clotting factors are below. Number of things.
Michelle, what do you know about livers?
What do I know about livers?
Yeah, what do you know about the liver?
That it's not good to drink.
Right. Anything else you know about liver?
Has he done this to everybody?
I think he has done this to everybody.
Yeah. Well,
See, you put me on the spot and then
what do you know about livers, Freddie?
They're good to eat.
Yeah. You know anything else about livers?
No, I'm sorry, Benny. I just don't know anything about livers other than I know how to cook them and saute them with onions and put them and just in general put them like a
Problems don't come to
Cats would be what we call triitis. Liver is subdivided into little triads. If you get an infection or an inflammation in those little triads, then you get swelling of the liver, and that causes bile to back up into the system, and which causes jaundice. And it also causes congestion in the liver, which we generally see is a rise in alkaline phosphatase. And so that's probably one of the most common things. It can be an infection, or it can be just an inflammation, or it can be just be cancerous, lymphatics. In the dog, I guess the most common thing we see in the liver, we see the liver shunts in little puppies, and then we see acquired shunts in older dogs, where the dirty blood goes directly into circulation, and they usually have seizures and blindness and GI upsets. Very skinny animals. Anytime the animal eats something toxic, we'll see destruction of liver cells, so we'll see a rise in the liver cell things.
Okay. And tell me about liver shunts. So, for instance, in puppies, tell me what that's.
So basically, normally the body, in the body, an arteriovenous shunt would be where the venous blood. So you normally have an artery and a vein. Everywhere you have an artery, you have a vein, and normally they're their own separate little entity. If somehow they grow together and a window opens in, then the venous blood can spill into the arterial blood. When that happens in the small intestines, like in a puppy, this dirty blood, before it's screened and metabolized by the liver, goes into the general circulation. So you have all this nitrogenous waste that's supposed to be, that's the other thing the liver does, it produces urea, to be excreted in the urine. So all this nitrogenous waste that the liver would normally make into urea, a safe product that can be shipped to the kidneys and excreted through the urine, all this goes into the arterial blood and gets pumped around the body and specifically to the brain. That's why most of these animals have most of their problems while after they eat. So they're perfectly normal. You feed them food and then they begin staggering around, going along the sides of the walls like they're gone crazy, or they have a seizure because all this nasty blood is being shipped to the brain, causing damage. Now we do see acquired shunts in old animals, like over 7 years old. That generally occurs in the liver, and it's an aging process, and they just have a shunt.
And so,
but most of the shunts in the puppy are in the mesentery of the guts.
So, is it something sort of like those heart valve issues where, like, the shunt is there for a reason when it's a fetus, but it doesn't close up?
No, it's just a developmental
Okay.
quirk.
Okay. So it's not. I mean, it's just one of those things that just happens.
Yeah.
Okay. So, anything else? Well, like in cats, you also see like lipidosis, right?
Yeah. So cats are very strange creatures in that they have to keep eating all the time. If they stop eating, then they have a problem with their lipid metabolism, their fat metabolism, where they begin to lay down fat in their liver. So whatever causes them to stop eating, then eventually causes a problem in their liver as well.
Oh.
So you have to try to keep cats eating at all costs so they can't stop eating.
So, Sam, what do you know about liver?
It filters the bad stuff in your body.
Uh-huh.
If liver function is not right, you can be jaundiced. Maybe that's just with babies. Can
No,
it
it's with
animals
animals.
Uh-huh.
It's
They
with
can get
adults.
jaundice.
Look at that.
I just needed her to
Look, I
start.
have
Why did you
kids.
All
start with
right,
her?
you know what? Y'all are jacking my little bit all up, okay? See, this was supposed to be a funny bit.